Setting up your VPS from scratch. Hey everyone! Welcome back to Wocsol. In today's video, we're setting up a VPS from scratch. I'll guide you through each step, covering some essentials and practical tips to keep things smooth, even if you've used the VPS's IP address before. We'll look at selecting a plan, organizing your VPS with a structured directory setup, installing essential tools, and setting up security. I'll also touch on a few advanced tips, like handling known hosts and securing your connection. Let's get started. Step 1. Preparing for your VPS setup. First things first, let's go over the basics. When you set up a VPS, you'll get an IP address, username, and password, typically sent to you by email or found in your VPS provider's dashboard. Alright, let's dive into setting up your VPS from scratch, starting with connecting via SSH. Step 1. Connecting to your VPS using SSH. We'll use the command line for this, which is super straightforward. First, open your terminal if you're on Mac or Linux. For Windows, open PowerShell by right-clicking the Start menu and selecting Windows PowerShell. Let's enter the SSH command to connect to the VPS. SSH Ubuntu at your VPS IP address. Make sure to replace with the actual IP address provided by your VPS provider, then hit Enter. For your information, SSH connection can differ from SSH root or SSH Ubuntu depending on your VPS configurations. As I try to connect, notice that I'm seeing a warning about the remote host identification. This often happens if you've previously accessed this VPS IP or a similar server. Essentially, our computer is trying to verify the connection to make sure it's secure. Since this IP is already in our known hosts file from a previous connection, it's causing a conflict. So, let's clear this up. Handling the known hosts issue. To resolve this, we'll use a simple command to remove the existing known host entry. Just type SSH keygen R. Replace with your actual VPS IP again and press Enter. This will clear out the old record, allowing us to connect without conflicts. Actually, I have cleared the known hosts error manually, by deleting the known hosts file from the path C drive /users/your username/ssh/known hosts. But you can follow either of the methods I shared using command line or manual. Step 2. Reconnecting to your VPS. Now that we've cleared the known hosts entry, let's try connecting again using the same SSH command. SSH Ubuntu at. Replace with the actual IP from your VPS provider, and press Enter. Initially it will ask for VPS root password, but it might prompt for a passphrase if you've set one up in your VPS provider account by adding a SHA fingerprint key. Since I already saved my passphrase, I can connect securely. This setup allows me to avoid re-entering the passphrase each time. Step 3. Changing the default password. When you connect to a VPS for the first time, it often prompts you to change the default password. Let's go ahead and do that now. Remember, the password or any secret keys you enter here aren't shown in plain text, so don't worry if you don't see characters as you type. You can either copy your password and right-click to paste it, or type it directly. After changing the password, as you can see, the password is updated. Changing it closed the connection, so I'll reconnect to access the server's root environment. Step 4. Updating your VPS packages. Once connected, we'll update and upgrade all software packages. This step makes sure we're starting with the latest, most secure versions. Here's the command, sudo apt update and sudo apt upgrade y. This might take a few minutes, but it's an essential step to ensure your VPS is secure. Step 5. Organizing your VPS with directories. Command, mkdir apps databases logs. To keep things organized, let's set up a few directories. We'll create folders for apps, databases, and logs. This way, As we add more components, everything will be easy to locate and manage. Each folder will have its purpose. Apps holds the application code, like our future Next.js setup. Databases, for databases, such as Cassandra, to keep them separate. Logs, stores logs for monitoring and troubleshooting. Step 6, installing essential utilities. Command, sudo apt install a build essential curl get git. Now, let's install some basic tools to manage our server. These include build essential, curl, get, and git. Here's a quick breakdown. Build essential contains compilers and libraries needed for building software. Curl and get, both tools are useful for downloading files from the internet. Git helps us download code from repositories like GitHub. Step 7, setting up firewall security. A firewall protects your VPS from unwanted access. Commands can be found in description below of this video. This includes 1. Open SSH for remote access. 2. HTTP for standard web traffic. 3. HTTPS for secure traffic. Run these commands one by one. After enabling, you'll get a confirmation that the firewall is active. Step 8. Installing Node.js and PM2. Finally, let's set up Node.js, which lets us run JavaScript code on the server, and PM2, which keeps applications running in the background. First, install Node.js. The installation starts with a command to fetch the setup script for Node.js from the official Node source repository. Here's the command. Let's break this down a bit. The curl command downloads files from a URL, and here it's fetching a setup script specifically for Node.js version 18. The FSS options make sure the download is quiet and seamless, without showing extra information on the screen, and handle any redirects. Next, the sudo bash part means we're passing the downloaded script directly into bash as an admin-level command. This setup script will add the Node.js repository to our VPS so we can easily install Node.js in the next step. Now that we have the repository set up, we'll install Node.js itself with this command. Sudo apt install init. In this command, sudo runs the installation with admin privileges, and apt install is our package manager that downloads and installs Node.js. The flag automatically confirms any prompts, so we don't have to manually approve each step. Once this completes, we'll have Node.js installed and ready to use for running JavaScript on our VPS. Next, install PM2 globally. Sudo npm install gpm2. PM2 helps you keep applications running smoothly, even if the server restarts. Nice work! We've fully set up our VPS with a secure, organized structure and installed essential tools. With this foundation, managing and adding applications will be much simpler. In our next video, we'll dive into setting up Apache Cassandra for database management. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for updates on our next steps. And let me know in the comments if you have any questions. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.